Happy Hour. Happy
Over a
Hour
drink and
podcast,
over a
yes.
drink. How y'all doing today out there?
As always, it is I Rise, Mr. Manley.
And it's B.
One of these days, Mike is going to show up. He promises. He was out in these
Uh,
streets with his wife, him and Dame, but we won't even talk about that. Um,
What's up, Bob Rise? How you doing today?
I'm
What's good?
tired. I'm tired. I didn't realize how tired I was until I came home yesterday from work, and my son he was about to get in the shower, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna take off my clothes,
hmm
lay here for a second while he's in the shower.
Sound like a good plan.
It was a great plan. I woke up at 3:15 this morning.
Jesus Christ.
And I woke up because I was chilly as a motherfucker because again I had taken off my clothes. So I'm tired. I'm tired because what I do this weekend.
Amongst other things.
I didn't really do. I worked. I went back to work. I told you my swaps were suspended, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't going to be able to like get off work and switch shifts. So I had given up a bunch of shifts, but prior to that, I committed myself to work all day Saturday, all day Sunday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. So I went to work all weekend, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. First night, Saturday, it was cool, Got off work. I think I got an early out,
hmm
9:30. Okay, that's an early out, 9:30.
Well, yeah, you get off at 10, though. Like,
But you
yeah,
might as
that's
well just sit on
early.
your ass and milk the clock for 30 minutes and get your
You
full.
should, like a smart person would.
So, Saturday night though? I mean, Sunday night though? And then, that was last night, right?
Yeah, I think that was
Okay,
last
so
night. It's
now,
Monday right
all
now.
right, so I went to work Friday too. I forgot all about that. See, I went to work Friday too, but
You've been working a lot.
so, right. Saturday night, it's all good for the first shift, 7 to 11 is good. I'm a little upset because every manager I'm working with put me on these Canadian flights. And what that means is I have to, once the search team leaves, I got to like do a search of the plane. And outside of that, I have to like
So you
verify.
searched the plane after they searched the plane.
Correct. And then like I have to do some document verification and
Okay.
all this other stuff. And I just don't like doing it. It's just annoying. That and because it's
Sounds like it.
and because it's a lot, they usually make you like put two people on the flight.
Yeah.
I don't like working with people. I work better by myself. Not that I'm not an amiable person. We all know I'm very friendly, but the issue is, especially in what we do, everybody has their own way or method and little routine of how they do the job, and it's different, and it's often conflicting. So I don't
Okay.
like to get in nobody's way, and I don't want nobody to be in mine.
Ah,
Because at the end of the day, if you make a mistake, we're dealing with like the federal law here, like FAA
true
rules and
indeed. True
regulations on
indeed.
top
True
of our
indeed.
job rules and regulations. So,
What you pouring over here?
you know,
What you
you,
got there?
so I forgot the drink kind of here. I'll
What
give you
you got there? What we doing?
the usual, my Coralejo, because I had forgot, you and I don't drink that
Carlin
much.
Leho.
And I forgot to get the drink for over a drink, but that was in the trunk of the car because it's another bottle that I had.
So I guess we go.
Cheers to the weekend and talk
Cheers to
about
the
your
weekend.
weekend.
Okay.
I listened to some
Jesus Christ.
new music this weekend. Two of my faves. I had posted it on my page. I said, when you put two Scorpios together,
This
so
is in
SZA and Drake,
Drake.
two of my
Yeah.
faves, dropped the song this
Yeah.
weekend.
But
Slime You Out.
I did a little pop up this weekend. You know I do the cook
Ooh,
thing.
that's right.
Yeah, you forgot about me. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna say
I
anything
just told
to
you
nobody.
why. I went to work.
I understand. I got you. I understand. But I do a little
And that
pop up
second night
joint.
I got mandated. I didn't even tell you about that.
Damn, that's messed up. But I cook. I was
Mm-hmm.
prepared to make your chicken sandwich for you. But
And
it's
I
all
wouldn't
right.
even been able to eat
It's
it.
all right. I'll do it again next month. But I had it was on Saturday night. I'm back doing it. I stopped doing it for a minute, but
Oh,
I'm gonna
hey,
do this
cousin.
pop up joint like every month. But I do a salmon burger and the best clucking chicken sandwich ever. You know what I'm saying?
That's clucking
Yeah,
chicken. It is very
absolutely,
clucking good, I must say.
absolutely fresh baked challah bread. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Lettuce, tomato. I make all the sauces, everything from scratch, and I give you some sweet potato barbecue chips too, like
The
my
homemade
own
joints
joint,
that you make.
homemade joints. Yeah, definitely, definitely. So, the joint was decent. A lot of people ordered. They like the
So you
food,
was
and I
busy,
make
busy.
yeah busy. And I had salmon burgers. My salmon burger is crazy too. 'Cause most people don't know They're like, damn, what's a salmon burger? And my salmon burger is nothing but salmon in that joint. But if you're not familiar, y'all should get familiar with it though. Y'all can check me out next month. I got you next month. We're gonna do that joint again next month. I'm back to doing it monthly. So, you know what I'm saying? It's the best shit you ever had.
You know, I'm always looking to eat.
It's definitely the best shit you ever have. Amongst fitness, I do that food thing too. I'm pretty good at that.
You know, I'm always down to eat.
I got you.
I told that's right. I did forget because not only was I at work, I got stuck at work kind of because we got mandated because they had to cancel a flight. So,
That's messed up.
yeah, so
That's
that
messed
means
up for everybody. They cancel a flight. That's shit.
not only is it messed up for everybody, imagine me being there trying to console these people. And this one lady, she was so sweet. She was offering us the donuts that she had bought, like from the Amish bakery, because she was like, they're not gonna be as fresh and tasty when I get them to my family now, so I might as well share them with y'all.
She should. I wish I was there. I'd have ate about six
I don't
of them
really eat
joints.
donuts, so I didn't eat
What?
any at all. But she
You
passed
never had
out some
one of those
donuts.
Oh my god. They like the best.
I mean, no, I have, just not the kind she had. She had pumpkin spice and something with cream
she went
filling,
with
and
the
you know,
fall shit,
I'm a
nah.
texture person. I just
Yeah.
started thinking about cream filling in my mouth, and I'm like, that ain't it.
That's
That ain't it.
yeah, you're right. That's not it.
That ain't it.
I mean, cream filling. That.
I mean, she had
But
like Boston cream and some
them joints
and
is
jelly. I
amazing,
don't
though.
really eat those kind. If I'm gonna eat a donut, it's gonna be a powdered donut.
that's it.
A powdered donut.
Mike, it's so simple.
Or a,
Powdered donut. That's it.
or
How
a
about
cinnamon
jelly?
powdered
Can we go
donut.
powdered jelly?
No, I don't. No.
Goddamn.
No. Jelly?
Powdered custard.
I say it again. I am a texture person. If I bite something and something squirts in my mouth,
Oh wow.
exactly. Oh wow.
I think we might have to.
Oh,
we ain't
wow.
gonna pause because you're a girl, so I guess you can get away with this shit right now. But
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Right. I
definitely
don't-
get what you're saying.
texture. So yeah, I worked. You worked. It was a whole work-filled weekend.
Yeah, that's all it was. You know what I'm saying? It was fun though. My journey was fun. You know, I hope to see more people there next month. But listen, right? I want to start off talking about something I just heard.
Right. Right.
Constant Clayton has passed away. If y'all don't know who Constant Clayton is,
No clothes, Clayton.
listen. She was the superintendent of the Philadelphia School District when I was growing up.
1989 to 1993.
I
So
was in
I,
the-
so I had her my entire high school career, and this is me coming out of private school, going to public school, and then I get no clothes, Clayton.
Listen,
I just read recently where we lived it, so we knew
Yeah.
she wasn't closing
Yeah.
shit. But I just read recently where she said that she used to tell the bus drivers to drive around Roxborough, and if they could get the buses through the streets of Roxborough, school could be open.
my God.
What?
Y'all see the streets in Roxborough?
That is the shit that we
That's the
endured.
standard.
Now I'm sitting here sitting back like, damn, I remember Girard Avenue used to be thick with snow.
What?
And
Come
we
on.
used to be hoofing it
Come
to
on.
school.
Come on. Come
All
on.
because the
walking.
buses could
You
get
people had to walk
the streets
all the
in
way to a
Roxborough.
bus stop. Or you walking to school damn near. Like, she wasn't playing no games about school.
By the time I went to Penn, I was super lazy, so I would walk to the path and catch the 47 at 2 blocks to Girard, and then I would catch the
All these new
fucking
snow
15.
days and all that, man. Listen, she wasn't going for it.
Yeah, she
Constant
wasn't
Claire
going for
was
it.
not going for that.
We
man.
was in
What?
school.
You were in school. Rain. She treated
School ain't had no
students
heat.
Like
You
Mel,
kept your
like
coat
Melvin.
on.
Rain, sleet, hell, snow.
Yes.
You gonna get there.
We was gonna get that
Yeah, she
education.
was amazing.
But you know what? I appreciate that because I feel like Gen Z that grew up under Connie Clayton, we're a little bit brighter than these motherfuckers that's out here today. Cause you know what else I seen this morning?
I believe so. What you see?
These non-motherfucking juvenile males, age 5 to 17,
God.
escaped from Abraxas.
Abraxas.
Just 13 miles from where they found Daniel Calvinato, whatever the hell his name
The
is. I
other
wrote it down somewhere.
escapee.
Yeah, so people was on edge. They like, God damn, we just locked one person up,
And now here comes
Cavalcante,
nine.
and here come
Nine of
nine juvenile,
You know what?
9 young people who already allegedly bout this life.
You hear they overpowered 2 guards, 2 female guards.
Not
They
with a snowsuit
They
each.
overpowered 2 of these chicks. And
And
that's
took the
one of their
keys.
hands.
Right.
I guess she was holding them. She just let the keys go. If I was her,
Let me tell
them
you
joints
something.
Go. But I guess she had to prove she
Somebody's
was
mama
fighting
would
for
be
it.
mad that their criminal son would get the fuck beat out of them. What? overpower. I mean, part of me is like, all right, I get it, workers' comp, case against the job, blah blah blah. But
Hey.
the fucking I don't like badass kids in me.
I can dig that though, but there's no
Would've been
heroes
right
out
there.
here. It's none of them. I wouldn't
was
care. You gotta
9.
go home, shorty.
But wait,
You
so
gotta go home. You did the right thing. Get the keys up.
it was
Don't do that.
9 allegedly tough teenagers.
They locked up.
They was on the run for 9 whole hours.
Hey, listen. In dog years, that's a long time.
In dog years, but let me tell you, 4 of them niggas couldn't hack it. 4 of them niggas straight knocked on somebody's door, was like, "You is
Listen.
cold." They picked the wrong time to break out of jail.
They picked the wrong day. Hey, do y'all know what the weather was like last night when they was out breaking out, when they was trying to get away?
9 o'clock at night.
Hey, yo, listen, it rained all goddamn
It was
night.
hard. It was
They
fucking
say-
pouring. They was cold and wet.
Listen.
Like,
They say 2 of them had on sweatpants
right.
and a t-shirt.
So you know what that feel like.
The other
Cold,
ones had on
wet,
shorts and t-shirts
cold
with
wet.
flip-flops.
Mm.
I don't know what they was thinking. I'd have been walked back home. I'd have told the other boys, man, listen, I'm out. I think this was a bad decision. Hey, I think the smartest thing we should do now, fellas, is just turn ourselves back in.
Peer pressure is a motherfucker though.
My God, and then they listen, I guess they didn't know, like, the woods is just not like the inner city. It ain't no stoplights. It's no, like, street lights and all that. When you in the woods, like, when you out there, it's no street lights. I don't know what the fuck was. Hey, man, I'm sorry, y'all, man. They all caught now, ain't they?
Oh yeah, so
Hey,
four of them
these
gave
idiots.
up after being cold and knocked on a random door and turned themselves in.
That
Like,
was earlier today. I seen
that
that,
was
earlier.
like- that was from
That was
the-
this morning.
like
5 of them
5
tried to stick it out.
5 of them.
They tried-
Now you got additional charges because they said they charged them with attempted theft,
Yeah, they
theft
tried
of a
to break in
vehicle.
somebody's car.
They tried to break into several cars. They
Oh
said.
wow, they was trying to get it.
Several, and then they did steal a pickup truck that had a trailer attached and took the cops on a little
That's
chase.
another bad decision. How you gonna get away with a trailer attached to the pickup truck?
That's why
Man,
I had
listen.
to make sure I mentioned that, because what
My
are we
God.
talking about here?
They ain't even
Hey,
trying
Mom.
to take the trailer off the pickup truck. You know, you could have did that with your hand, like it's
What-
something right there to unlock it.
One
and
of
you could have
them-
unlocked it.
One of them, he about this life because the cops had him surrounded the trailer. He jumped out and ran, and they still caught his little ass.
Damn it, young boys.
So whatever else they were charged with, they're gonna be charged with
See, they
escape,
needed
attempted
Constantine.
theft of a vehicle, theft of a vehicle, and other charges and shit.
They
Robbery. They was in there for like robbery,
They
theft,
needed Constance
firearms.
Clayton. They need to have been in school with Constance Clayton. They wouldn't have been doing that dumb shit.
Definitely wouldn't have been doing
That was
that
a bad
dumb shit.
decision, man. That was just a bad decision. That's all.
Oh, you know what else I saw in the news today? I didn't even tell you this on the way.
What?
So the U.S. is asking for help.
The U.S.
The United States of America
Ain't this some
is
shit
asking
here?
for help in
My
finding.
God.
Listen,
Go ahead.
guess what? This is what they lost: a F-35 fighter jet.
What?
They said the stealth on it works all too well.
And they lost it.
So this happened yesterday, Sunday. This happened yesterday. The pilot, on a mishap, ejected himself. He was found, taken to the hospital, looked at, he's all good. F-35 stealth jet. Stealth shit is so stealthy they couldn't find it.
Do we know where this was at? What
South
country this shit
Carolina,
was
what country, nigga? This was here.
over here?
That's why the U.S. needs your help.
God damn. They need civilians to help them find a fucking
I mean,
F-135
they didn't ask
fighter
that.
jet on U.S. soil.
They didn't ask
If
that.
this ain't the dumbest shit I've ever.
But that was the clickbait headline that got me to read the article. I was like, oh shit, need my help knowing what these niggas want now. So, but yeah.
That was crazy.
I found that interesting that they lost the whole fighter jet.
How, Sway?
A whole stealth jet.
How?
I don't
How
know.
do you lose a fighter jet on U.S. soil though?
I don't know.
It
but
ain't like this not foreign soil on your own land.
South Carolina even.
South Carolina.
I mean, you know.
How you do that?
Well, you know, Bermuda is not too far from South Carolina. Maybe it's something
Oh
about the
wow.
triangle.
Okay.
I don't know.
There's some hey.
You know what today is?
U.S. of A. What's today?
National Cheeseburger Day.
Oh my God. That's so near and dear to my heart.
My daughter told me that this morning. She was like, "It's National Cheeseburger Day, and we're having cheeseburgers for lunch at school." And I was like,
Real
You
shit.
a little greedy chick like me, waking up thinking about food and shit.
Can I be honest with you?
What?
I do all the fitness shit and everything, but I'm
But
a
you love a
sucker for a
cheeseburger?
double cheeseburger from McDonald's.
So they're 50 cents today.
So you know what I'm doing when I leave here,
You
right?
go to McDonald's and get a 50-cent
I'm
double
getting
cheeseburger.
4 of them motherfucking
That's some
cheeseburgers. That is
greedy
$2. I don't know where you can get a meal at. Anywhere on this. Listen, that's why United States is the greatest country in the world.
'Cause you know you
Also,
can get a
even
meal-
though they lose their own jets
a
and do
meal
dumb
for
shit,
$4.
man, what else you getting? 4 double cheeseburgers for $2. Hey, man, hey, I'm glad to be an American.
Glad to be an American. You know who's glad to be an American but does not really like female Americans or African Americans?
Hey, come on. Come on, this guy's unbelievable.
All right, he might not even be American, but Jan Wenner,
Wow.
or is it John?
John,
Co-founder of Rolling Stone magazine.
unbelievable.
He was removed from the Rock and Roll
Unbelievable.
Hall of Fame Foundation Board because of some controversial statements he made. He had an interview with the New York Times, and they were interviewing him. This interview was published this past Friday, so you can go look it up on the New York Times. They were discussing his uptitled book, which is entitled The Masters. And this book features interviews conducted with John Lennon, Bob Dylan, Mick Jagger, I think Bono, a couple of what people he called the Masters, right? And he said in this New York Times interview, his decision to not include women and black artists were because, and this is a quote,
Quote.
the people had to meet a couple criteria, but it was my personal interest and love of them. He then added, insofar as the women, just none of them were articulate enough on this intellectual level.
No women.
No women were
None.
articulate enough
No
on the
women.
level of John Lennon, Bob Dylan, Mick Jagger, Bono. I know I saw another quote where he actually mentioned by name
No women.
Joni
though.
Mitchell. So
Wow.
I definitely call bullshit on that. You try to compare it to Bob Dylan and what?
That's crazy.
So then he went on to say,
Let alone no black men on that joint.
no black people at all,
At all.
because he went on to say, Stevie Wonder, genius, right? I suppose when you use a word as broad as master, the fault is using the word. Maybe Marvin Gaye or Curtis Mayfield.
He disrespectful.
Wait.
He's definitely disrespectful.
He said, I mean, they just don't articulate on that level. So I had to check the level again.
Mr.
Bob
Level.
Dylan, John Lennon, Mick Jagger, Bono. So I'm like, okay, so you going after like intellectual, hippy dippy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's why you said maybe Marvin Gaye and maybe Curtis Mayfield, but that's first of all a definite.
All both of them. But
Second of all, everybody he named got their swag from a black person. Got
come
the
on.
whatever it is that he
Sick.
liked in them, they got from a black artist that they were a fan of.
His
And I
favorite
know this
artist that
because
he liked.
all these
Yep.
artists have said how
Yep,
they
I
were
was about-
influenced by black music.
His favorite artist, their favorite artist is the artist that he just named.
Like the magazine Rolling Stone and the band Rolling Stones comes from a quote from a black man, a black musician. So like I'm so confused as to how black people can't quite articulate. So I get up in the morning, or maybe you don't. First thing I do is grab my phone and I go to Instagram. Why? Because I like the fuckery, and I be trying to scroll through and see
see.
what kind of fuckery
I
I
do
can
see.
save to
I do
repost,
see.
so I can make up, my fuck it Friday and my what the fuck Wednesday. And I saw this dialogue between, because under the Hollywood Unlocked where they posted it, where this I know some white person in their feelings was going to jump in and be like, oh, because rappers are inarticulate. That's what I'm like. First of all, he wasn't even talking about rappers. How come when we talk about black music, that's the first thing
First
that
thing
comes
they
to
go to.
mind when we started all of this shit?
They not that.
Oh,
you gotta
this
check the age when the age of the person who's.
No, it ain't got
who
nothing to do with the
chimes
age
in.
of the person. It's that audacity. It's the fucking
Okay.
audacity. It's that privilege shit. It's where you're so used to taking shit
Hey,
from
that's
other
what-
people. Oh shit, I
Look,
literally
goddamn.
said Mike was gonna show up, and Mike fucking showed up. Nobody. I'm a seer.
Hey.
Hey, of course.
Yo, Mike,
Old man
what's
prostate
happening?
got to go to bladder.
I'm all right about yourself, man.
Mike
Good to
is
see you.
in the
Good to see you
building.
make a cameo, bro. Good to see you.
But you was outside, so you gonna come over here and talk about that. I saw you and the wife was outside. I saw y'all was outside. But yeah, so it's not that they don't know they're too young. It's the fucking caucasity, okay? It's the caucasity.
The
That's exactly
caucasity.
what it is. And that's the dialogue I was reading under the post that
Yeah.
I saw where I got this information was back and forth. And of course somebody interjected talking about hip hop. And I'm like, yo, you're mad because I said, first of all, y'all the ones that turned Ebonics into a whole nother fucking language. When really Ebonics has always been a part of our culture since slave songs. We've been hiding messages in our shit and just don't want y'all to know. But y'all
That's all.
always trying to figure that shit
Y'all want
out.
to decode it.
Wanna
Y'all
be
want to
down.
decode everything.
Yeah, like want to decode everything. Shit, everything ain't meant for y'all. Just like that crazy shit y'all be doing, definitely ain't meant for us.
Not at all.
You know?
Not at all. I wonder how did they fucking start to break the code though.
Uh,
I think it was pillow talk.
not necessarily. You know, you have to think about us as a whole, as a people, like education. People of melanated are big on education, so you know we taught them literally
Yeah.
on so many ways everything they know. Like it was at one point when they came thinking they came to us, we thinking we're trading something. The trader came to us, so it's like imparting knowledge was kind of like a form of payment. Now we done taught them to do some shit that they done used against us, and here we are building up this country across some waters that we don't know nothing about. And it ain't that we can't swim.
Shouts out to
Who
Ukraine.
the fuck can swim the ocean to get back home? But that's a whole nother thing that I'll tend to go off on every once and again when
Yeah, it
the
happens. Don't worry
eyes
about
of me
it.
get set off about dumb shit. All right. I'm gonna slide over.
Down. We're gonna slide to the right. We're gonna slide to the right. That makes it easy.
I'm glad Mike is here before we talk about music. Oh, you gotta grab a cup if you want some tequila, Mike.
Just having my water down there.
Your water. Yeah.
This is definitely over a drink.
You know, got something to toast to.
Mike is in the building.
We got something to toast
So how
to now.
you say the name of this tequila?
Coralejo.
Coralejo?
Coralejo.
Coralejo?
Yeah, I mean,
I
round up
mess
the
it up
hooves.
every time.
Calling Leho.
Coralejo.
I'll be like, yo, let me get the
Calling Leho.
red bottle up there.
I like the red one too.
Yeah. The añejo.
Yes, the añejo.
Yeah, the
Let me
añejo.
get the
Let me
skinny
get the red bottle up there. Like, what you want? The red one up there. I don't know the name of it.
When I went to
I can't lower that. That's where we at.
that year that I went to Tulum and got all fucked up on the ATV, that's how I discovered this tequila. I bought a gift pack that had all 3 bottles, and it was supposed to be a gift, but I was like, I like tequila, and then I was like, ooh, I like this tequila.
This and oh shit, I can't think of the other name, but whatever it is, they like my 2 favorite under $40 bottles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This one and Milagro.
Oh, Milagro.
Milagro, yeah.
Oh, I saw that. I might have to try that. I'm gonna bring that next week.
Yeah,
those
this one about done. We're gonna need another one.
Those my two go-tos for under $40.
Alrighty.
You know what I mean? So what's happening, Bryce?
Hey,
What's up, man?
it's so good to see you.
Good to see you, man. I've been telling Dame, I was like, Dame, I got to make the show, Dame.
Dave ain't thinking about
I've been
Dave
trying to
ain't
talk
thinking about
Dame
making
into
the
it,
show.
but
You know, Dave
I don't
ain't
know.
thinking about
I don't know. It's hard to get Dame to come through. Dame busy now, but I was like, look, man, I'm gonna rush out the building and see if I can't make it to the show one day, man. And here I am.
Right.
I made it this time. Hey, too, can I lower
What's
this?
up, man? That's what's up.
I don't want to break it. Just leave it where it's at. Trying to lower the stand a little bit. So yeah, man. So I came through. I think I tried to make it. I've been trying to make it for the last 3 weeks, man. It's just been hard, man. You see what time it is
Working a
now.
lot, working.
Listen,
Oh,
and I've
man.
been seeing what you've been doing. That's why I was kind of surprised when I saw you was just like outside hanging, like not working. I said, "Oh look, him and the wife is outside. Oh, and it's a picture. Look at that."
Yeah, we had a full weekend, man. There was a lot going on. I mean,
The city been
it's been a lot going on in the city in general, man,
Yeah.
outside of crime.
the black NBA was out.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of crime.
Speaking of concentrating,
Outside of-
the black intellects were out. You know what I mean?
What was that?
The black NBA. The black NBA was in town all week.
Oh, I ain't know that. Look at that.
Yeah.
You didn't know
Yeah.
that? Oh,
Nah,
see.
I wasn't part of that.
Yo, they
I ain't
had
got no
so
NBA.
many.
I ain't get no invite.
News to us.
Right.
This is news to
I
us.
get no invite.
This is- Nobody sent the signal out there.
You know what I'm saying?
what
I
happened?
guess if you ain't got no
What
NBA, you ain't on the list.
Right.
It happens. What you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? So yeah, man, I heard y'all talking about the 9 kids running out of the joint.
That's
You know what I
crazy.
mean? I was tuned in.
That's crazy.
Yo, they bugging. They bugging. They bug. As soon as I heard it, like I was like, yo, these kids is crazy. Like, yo,
It was the wrong day. They picked the wrong day.
look, man,
the wrong
they
day.
picked the wrong season.
They picked the
Then
wrong-
they see how pissed off, like they just spent 2 weeks chasing Cavalcanti. Like they hot.
come
Like,
on.
yo, can you imagine being the head of the state police and getting a call? Like, yo, we got 9 more out. Like, yo, state police is probably that at the corrections
Yo,
facilities, like
listen.
yoking people up. Like, yo,
Yeah.
man,
Listen,
I don't know
Josh
what y'all
Shapiro-
doing in here. Like,
Somebody getting in trouble.
Josh Shapiro went to
Somebody-
Fetterman's office and sparked up when he got the word like these
Yo.
motherfuckers.
yo, Fetterman was
losing.
already high.
Right,
Right?
that's what I'm
Fetterman
saying.
was already
Yeah,
high.
when he
right?
was like, yeah, let me
He's
get
like,
that.
right now.
He's like, I don't usually smoke, but
Yeah, let me
I
get
need
that.
to hit
Let
something
me
right
get
now because they
that.
fucking out here, yo. Like I
Got
don't
to
know
be
why
the-
they didn't fire the warden over there in Chester County when Cavalcanti got out.
They
right?
fired
This
the
is
person that was on.
Right,
Oh no,
but after
no,
that,
no,
don't
no.
fire the
They
person who
did
was-
fire the.
Did he get fired?
So,
the,
yeah,
the warden.
This is what happened. They had just hired. It was like transition, so that's why they
Okay.
fired the person that was watching because they had just hired a new warden, the whatever warden previously
But-
from other
So they gonna
previous
blame
attempts. they got
somebody.
rid
But
of.
don't
this
blame
is
the
the
worker.
second one that has broke out on his watch, I think. It was 3 months ago when they had another cat break out
That,
that
no,
same
that
jail.
person was gone.
different-
Yeah, that
different-
person was gone.
okay,
They, got,
okay,
they
okay.
do have a new
So they
warden.
fired
So they
that one
fired
after
that one,
one,
hired
and then
this
they
guy.
hired this one.
And
So
now we gotta shake this
As soon
dude.
as he get in,
As soon as he gets say like you starting off on the wrong foot, buddy.
that-
Like, you're not gonna last here, buddy.
I'm in here like, listen, you gotta give me 90 days, man.
I don't know. I don't know. You starting
Wait,
off on
second
the wrong
thoughts
foot,
about
buddy.
this one right here, man.
I was just like, it ain't
That's
just Philly,
crazy, though.
Pennsylvania, just different. Like,
Yo, look, man, like
PA.
what you gonna do, man? I guess like I get Cavalcanti. Like, look, man, I got life. I ain't never going home.
I'm
If I see this opportunity, I'm gonna take it.
these boys is in the juvenile joint.
Like you,
they in
you
the
still
Jew-
got a shot.
Bro, you might
Like,
be going home
not,
in a year.
not
Right.
after having the cops out in the fucking
No,
cold,
but I'm saying
in
before
the
that.
rain.
Yeah, but
Like,
what was your thought to try to make this attempt? Where you thought you was gonna go? How far you thought you was
know,
gonna
I
get?
never
Viral.
understand that part, right? Like
Yeah.
Viral.
because we know you ain't got no money.
None.
You ain't got no resources.
No resources whatsoever.
It don't matter you in Chester County. You might as well be in Alaska.
And
You
it-
ain't making it back to Philly. Like, you know
Oh,
what I'm
wait,
saying? And
they
ain't
were-
even from
they
Philly.
were- they were
They're
from Berks
Harrisburg.
County
Yeah,
and-
yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah.
Carlisle over that way.
Yeah, but
somewhere.
either way,
Yeah.
like and you definitely wasn't making it back there.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, man.
like I said, I don't think they thought that one through because
Dude.
at night there's no street lights.
No.
There's no
But they
street
gotta
lights.
know how dark it is outside.
Hey,
They got a little
listen.
window in the jail. You
Y'all
look
been
out the
watching it for
window,
months.
but it's probably light, right? They probably got
Right,
the yard
right.
lit up.
I
So they
think I
we
can
gotta
go.
See, the jail
It
probably
looks
not
promising.
even a jail. See,
All
no.
they can see is lit up. Right?
The jail, not a jail. It's like a campus, probably. That's
Yeah,
with
right,
dorms.
absolutely.
That's
Right.
why they got. Because my sister used to work in she used to work on State Road in the prisons up there. And she said they would put like the older teenagers and the ones who committed horrendous crimes in the female prison. And she was like, some of them would be like real bitches in there, like real scared, wanting their mom and shit. The rest, getting beat up over playing the PlayStation. And I'm like, these niggas got PlayStation and Xbox in prison. She like, yeah. They're kids.
The kids.
Kids,
Juvenile.
right.
Like they are kids. She was like, they are treated like kids outside of the fact that they did a crime
just
there.
committed a
She
crime.
was like, they have
And, you know,
school,
and-
they have a free time, they have like a room. I was
We
like,
gotta believe, you gotta think like a lot of kids that are locked up were following somebody else, right? All these
Sure.
kids ain't tough guys.
No,
You know what I'm saying? They was just
The four
following.
that
somebody.
knocked on
They
the door
just
and
wasn't
said, "Turn
smart enough
myself
to
in."
say, listen, I ain't fucking with that.
At 13,
They got
14, and
themselves-
15, they was just influenced by something
Right.
that
They was
probably
following
had.
somebody a little older, somebody
Pretty
maybe
much.
they was shook by
Yeah.
in the street.
Yeah.
and they got them jammed up. So I
They said,
get why
"Rip
they
me out
got
the woods. I'm going back, boo."
Listen,
That's what-
I
yeah.
can't.
When they said the boys knocked on the door, I was like, yeah, I can't blame them. I done
Bruh,
knocked
they-
on the
they-
door too.
2 of them had on sweatpants. Only
Yeah.
2. It's 9 of them. 2 of them had on sweatpants and a t-shirt.
All had on
And
flip-flops.
7 of them, all of them had on,
All had on
and the other
flip-flops.
7 had on shorts and t-shirts.
And
It rained for
brother,
40 days and
Let me
40
tell you,
nights.
It was raining when they left.
Yeah.
Like I'd have been like, hold up, guys, let's rethink this. Maybe we should do this tomorrow.
Hey man, let's
Like nah, the time is now. But like, yo, B, look, we got flip flops on.
bruh.
Where we gonna go in flip flops?
They followed them and they knew they was
what
done
up to
because
our
they
viewers on
seen a pair
YouTube?
of flip flops. So they knew
It's a wrap. He
and
couldn't even
some-
keep his shoes on.
Come on, man, it's over.
Yo,
You
listen.
barefoot.
When I was probably like 13, 14, you know what I mean? When rocking your shoes with no laces became a thing, you know what I mean? And let your pants sag and all that
Absolutely.
shit. And my uncle said to me one time, he said, yo, Mike, man, he said, where's your belt? I said, man, I don't like rocking no belt. You gotta let your pants sag. He said, where's your shoelaces? That's the same thing. He said, yo, Mike, man, we in New York City. You might have to run. I said, oh, shit, I never even
didn't
thought
get
about
no-
that. I'd have had my shoes tied and my belt on ever since. That was 40 years ago.
Hey, you see these guys these days? I be wondering how y'all get away.
Yo, I
But
say
these
that all the
days,
time.
They
Their joints
don't
tight
get
now.
away.
Yo, I checked the report. I said to one of the reporters in the building, they come in flip-flops on. I said, yo, man, you going outside in flip-flops?
You never know,
Yeah.
man.
I said, yo, you do know we do news in Philadelphia. She said, yeah, I'll be all right. It's nice out. I said, yo, man, you might have to leave the scene in a hurry.
And you have no idea.
Do you really
Do
want to
you-
be running around the streets of Philadelphia barefoot because you had on a strapless flip-flop out here? You came to work like that?
Talking about help? I'm a reporter for such and such.
Listen, one of them, I don't say no names,
Help.
but one of them, she been wearing sneakers ever since. It was 3 weeks ago.
You better.
Her sneaker game has been 100%.
Listen. Don't be fooled. Don't be. You report on this news here,
That's
man.
the
So you
part I
got
don't get.
yeah.
Y'all
You
know
report
what
on this
y'all
news.
know what's happening out there.
That's what I was
You
thinking.
do-
Like,
you write the
how
story.
you know
At
you're
any
breaking
given-
the story and you out
Not
here?
the kid. Not the kid, man. I don't go no plates outside of my house in flip flops.
Yeah.
I go get the mail. That's as far as I go. I'll go get something out the car. But if I got to go further than that, I got to
Absolutely.
put some shoes on. I'm lacing up, man.
Things can change
I'm
in an
lacing up.
instant.
Word up, man. Word up. Like, we got terrorists running around. It ain't just the knuckleheads.
Hey.
Like, anything could happen, man.
Hey, listen, we got
You are
terrorists.
so New York.
Yo, I'm not
In
playing.
Philly.
I'm not playing out here.
And
man.
we
Y'all
got
ain't gonna catch
youngins
Mike
with black
out
Air
here.
Force Ones,
Dig it.
man, and y'all better watch it.
Y'all ain't gonna catch
That's
Mike out here barefoot, unready.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Watch
saying?
it. Watch it.
But yeah, what else you got on your list, Rods? I'm not crashing the
No,
show.
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no,
Hey,
no,
man,
no.
listen,
I
this is
wanted
a
to
great
since
crash
you're
here.
here, right? Especially before the music. Did you hear about what was it John Werner from Rolling Stone? What he said?
Nah,
The
what
co-
he said?
I was talking about how the co-founder of Rolling Stone got kicked off the Hall of Fame Foundation board because he said that women and black artists were not articulate on enough on the intellectual level of Bob Dylan and Bono and Mick Jagger and
He
John
said
Lennon.
Stevie Wonder.
I can already say, has he, ever
said
listened to Marvin Gaye? Has
He
ever
said
listened-
Marvin Gaye and Curtis Mayfield maybe,
Maybe.
and then he's like maybe,
At least,
as
at least
in,
he gave us a maybe.
if he would have
he ain't listening to
if
Chuck
he
D.
would've
Like, this ain't even a
listened
singer.
to, if he
He
would
ain't
have
listening to KRS.
and
Like, these
if he
is
would have
just talking
interviewed
to you.
them, maybe he would have put them.
He looked
together.
past Stevie Wonder. That's near and dear to my heart.
I
right
dig
there,
it.
man. I don't understand what does he mean. This
He
is
said
Stevie
Stevie is
Wonder.
genius, but maybe master, because the name
Look.
of his book is The Masters. He said maybe the word master is too broad.
Look,
It's
Look.
disrespectful.
it's, you know, man.
And no women.
no women.
He said
I don't want
no
women
women.
deserve to
Like
be.
like
No
Joni,
women.
like Joni
Joni-
Mitchell
none
don't
of them.
deserve to be up
None of
there.
them.
No women.
Kate
Aretha
Bush,
Franklin, none of
like,
them. None of
people with pen game. I'm
Right.
saying, like, what are you talking about?
Hey, look, man, you know, I think, you know, we got, you know, white men are becoming an endangered species.
That's why they showing
On the
they
planet,
whole
right?
ass
And they
right
and
now.
they getting real nervous,
They
man.
showing
And you
they
know
whole
that
ass.
you see the behavior, you see the shit that they're doing. I mean, they running over the Capitol,
Political things
political
and all
things
that, like,
they're
all
doing to
this,
try to
yeah,
preserve
yeah,
themselves, man.
yeah.
And I mean, and this, you know, and it's not all white men. Some of, you know what I mean. Some people they recognize it like it is what it is. You know
It
what I
is-
mean?
you
We
gotta-
had a good run.
That's
You know what I'm saying? At some
you
point,
should bow out
right,
gracefully.
right. You
At
know what I
some
mean? We
point, you
can't
should
win
bow
them
out
all.
gracefully, but
I mean, I think when you've been, for lack of a better term, the superior, in quotes, race on the planet for
yeah,
so long,
for so long.
and then you start to see you start to lose. You're losing. Our count is going down.
Yeah.
We ain't making
Not only that,
women
your
ain't making
your
our
own
babies.
children
They're
and
like-
grandchildren.
yeah,
Right,
the
and
whole-
children's
more
ain't messing with them
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
more.
they're more
Everybody-
progressive in their
like,
stuff.
yo,
Your
it's-
grandkids is crossing over. Like you looking at this, like man,
You got
listen,
brown
it's a whole.
grandkids.
Right,
And you sit there
right.
like,
Hey man, I met this woman up
What's
in New
going
York,
on?
right? She run this breakfast shop called Tea and Symphony, downtown Manhattan, right? Excuse me, from over in Europe, British,
Okay.
okay.
right? And so when what's his face married the black chick,
Oh,
the
when Harry
prince,
married
when Harry
Meghan?
married,
Yeah.
what's her name?
Megan.
Megan. Right? She says to me, "You should be excited." I was like, I don't really care about royalty. Why should I be excited? She says, "Mike, we're gonna have black babies in the palace." This is a white woman with a British accent. I cracked up. I couldn't stop laughing so hard.
And I can imagine how that sounded too,
right, coming
with
out
the
of her
accent
mouth.
and everything. You're like, what the fuck?
There will be black babies in the palace. She was so excited.
Wow.
I was like, "Holy smokes!"
Wow.
She said, but
Wow.
you see what it played out. You see how
Yeah,
much
yeah.
struggles they had, right? It's just,
Wow.
it is what it is, man. And I mean, at some point they'll wake up and realize we're
They
fighting.
been woke
We're
up
either
and
gonna
realized.
destroy
That's why
the- we're gonna
Netflix got
destroy
that
the planet.
popular ass show
Listen.
about Queen Charlotte. Them
You know what I mean?
Had black babies in
But
the
I'm
palace.
saying, like,
The
they're either
older
gonna
white men
destroy
don't
the
want-
planet,
And you can see it. Listen,
or
they
they gonna
they
fall
up
back.
in front
One
of
the two.
people, literally like having heart attacks and strokes in front of the people.
They won't stop.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all
What
not bowing
the
out
fuck
when you
is
have
going
when you
on
sit here.
with Money Mitch?
Money Mitch.
Money Mitch.
Money Mitch giving y'all the freeze face like.
I'd have put Money Mitch in a
Like,
Adidas sweatsuit,
they
man.
got 16 questions out of
Come
Mitch
on.
ain't responded to nothing.
It's like he,
Somebody come
it's
over
like-
there like, come on, Mitch, I think we should go
Like,
now.
like we, yeah,
I think
like
we should
like,
go now.
Yeah,
Mitch
we're not gonna
still
take no
standing
more
there.
questions. We're gonna need a
But
second.
Mitch
Yeah,
want to answer
he
now.
Mitch,
like-
because you can see in his face, right? Mitch know what's going on, right? He knows he's stuck, but he
listen,
can't do
he
nothing
can't do
about
nothing.
it.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
that's
he
that
can't
fucking-
Yeah,
do
he
nothing.
know he's
He
stuck.
gets sleep paralyzed while he's
Right,
wide awake
listen.
at a press
Right,
conference.
he know he's stuck, and he's going through his head like, yo, I can't believe this is where I'm at right now. I'm
Yeah.
embarrassed. I'm ashamed.
Somebody
like,
went around the teacup.
Yeah.
right,
On
all
it was the-
right.
Somebody went around the teacup on it.
Right.
When is the next election? Because I'm trying to figure out how he keep. I know it's coming up because Nancy Pelosi announced that she's gonna run again. So
Wow.
I guess
Like
the
it's
next-
just
I
Yeah,
guess
and
it's
she
never
like
ending.
90.
like
How
next
old
year.
is
Come
he?
on, man.
I
like-
guess it's like next year.
And you see, what's his face? What's his name? It's a Kerry, not Kerry. Who's the one who said he's not gonna run again? The Republican dude. He said, "Yeah, I'll be 80 years old." He said, "All of us need to step back."
Yeah, hey,
He
man,
took a
he
shot
might be
at
the
all of
smartest
them.
one.
Yeah, he took a shot
He
at
might
Trump, Biden, like he a Republican,
All
but
of
he's
them.
like all of us. He said,
Man.
"I'll be 80 years old
Come
if I
on,
run
man.
again." He said, "It's time for new blood. I'm not doing this
Pop,
again."
and Pop
And they
Pop
don't
gotta
need
stop
to.
it, man.
Now,
Pop
granted,
Pop.
he
Pop
probably
Pop
was
gotta
like,
stop this, man.
You know, I can't keep fighting against these crazy ass Republicans either. Like, even though I'm Republican, like they crazy.
But these,
Like
yeah.
I'm crazy, but they
Either that
stone
or-
crazy.
They
Right.
definitely
He sat
bananas.
back and realized everything they're fighting against. Well, my grandson's gay, and then I got this little
Absolutely.
brown
Right.
granddaughter, and
And that's another
Yeah,
fact. You got the brown
I
kids
like to
and
be
your gay
pegged, so ain't no
grandkids.
telling
Like,
what
what
the
you
fuck
gonna
he
It's
thinking
crazy
over
out
there.
here, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah, man. So that's what it is. So that's why when I hear stuff like this from Rolling Stone, it doesn't surprise me.
Uh-huh.
You know what I
Yeah, I
mean? When
wasn't
you've lived your life, he's just verbalized it now
That's all
in
right now.
public.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
said this behind doors plenty of times, and probably far worse.
He's
right?
kind of showed
When
it
it
in
came
public.
to-
Now he's old. Now he's older. Now he's trying to get stuff off his chest, probably
Right.
or whatever. Like, man, whatever,
Well,
bro. You felt
a
like this
friend
a
of
long
mine-
time
You know,
ago,
Dame
man.
hates
He
this
did.
picture, right?
I know a friend of, but look, he's blocking his face.
Blocking his face. Dame hate that picture.
A friend of mine brought up the point that it was so hard for women and black artists to get into Rolling
Mhm.
Stone.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like he was always showing his hand.
Right. This is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like I wasn't putting them in anyway.
Right.
And somebody probably asked him,
Like,
like,
y'all
why
already
was it
knew
so
I don't
hard?
fuck with y'all.
Right.
Yeah,
why was it
so-
so hard for women and minorities to get into Rolling Stone? They're not very intellectual. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
What
already
do you
knew
want
I
me to
knew this. I told y'all this before.
tell you? I've been telling y'all that for 40 years. Why I don't mess with these cats, man?
This ain't the first time
Why
I
y'all
said this.
surprised now?
This is new in my book.
Right, just because
Now
I wrote
just
it
got
down.
in the book now.
Right,
That's
every
This is new.
Everybody in my circle been knew this, and
This-
outside my circle.
It's just new to the reader.
It's just
That's
new to
all
the
it is.
reader,
It's new
man.
to the
That's
reader.
it.
Speaking of new music, rather, did you listen to the new Nas?
I did, and you know what? I've come to a realization.
Uh-oh. This is what happens when everybody
come on.
loves something and Mike does not love it.
Oh,
Listen,
It's
you can hear it in
crazy.
I've
his
come
voice,
to a
yeah.
realization.
Oh my God.
And I've been in denial for a long time. Like,
Oh.
Nas been around what? 40 years? Like, how long Nas been around,
Since
right?
Live at
30
the
years he been
Barbecue,
doing this since Live at the
1992.
Barbecue?
92.
1992.
I've come to the realization.
What's that,
He
Mike?
was
That-
15 years old in 1992.
I really like Nas. I don't like all of Nas's music. Like, I want to like everything he does.
I second you.
And I've
second
been
that.
fighting against this.
Do you like everything anybody does?
No, but what
Or
I've
do?
come to the
That's-
realization is I think I like less than I really do.
Okay.
You understand what I'm
You're getting
saying?
old and ornery.
Like, I think I'm realizing
I get what you're
that
saying.
I like
Mike.
less of his music than I thought
So
I
you
did.
thought
I
you
get what
did?
you're saying.
Right, and it's not. I mean, I think he's a phenomenal MC. He does have some great songs that really speak to me and that I could rock with. And then
Can I give you a
I get it,
word
'cause that's
that
how I
I'm
feel
thinking
about
of?
Busta.
Go.
It gets like kind of redundant after a while with like the same wordplay or whatever. And then the songs, like, to me, some of the
I
songs
don't even
be
know
like,
if it's that much as it is
It's-
for me. Is
You're
that
talking
I
blasphemy
think
right
he,
now.
for me anyway, like sometimes like his beat choice
Yeah.
doesn't work for me.
I felt like that on the last album,
Right.
on 2, Magic
Right.
2. I felt
And-
like
and-
that. I
and
felt like he
sometimes-
was reaching too much on
yeah,
Magic 2.
like, and then I went back and listened to
I feel like everybody says Nas has always had a problem with beat selection. That's why they like the marriage between him and Hit Boy, because at least, especially with more contemporary beats.
But
like
two,
there's
two,
been
I
a
don't-
couple Nas albums for me that could have been 4 songs.
Yeah.
5 songs. Like I don't need and it hurts me to say it.
And I'm thinking Nas average about 17 songs.
Right, and it really hurts me to say because think about it, right?
Jesus.
For me anyway, I can't say
Yeah,
think
I
about it
got
because
it.
everybody doesn't
Yeah.
say. Like there's very few Nas albums that I go back to and listen to the whole album.
True.
Very few.
I only got
Stillmatic,
one. I got 2.
Illmatic,
I got 2.
Life is Good.
That's a lot of albums.
But he's got 40 albums. I named 3.
Yeah.
That you go.
True. Hey.
Like I was in the
I got-
car after I listened to
There's very few albums that I go back and listen to, period. But there's a lot of songs because I got thousands
Right.
on my phone and I shuffle the
Same.
songs.
same.
But I have certain albums I definitely go back
But
to.
let me
like,
put it
if-
this way: there are also certain artists that if I put on their album,
I'm
even though I
letting
don't
it
go
rock.
back and listen to it,
Right.
it often, if I put it on, I'm like, okay, I can let this
I'm
rock.
let it rock.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a KRS-One album, I could put on almost any KRS-One album and let it rock.
Mhm.
That's for me, right?
Yeah, I can't do that. And I love Chris.
There's a few artists out there like that, right? That do that for me.
The Purple Tape.
The Purple Tape, I can let
shit
that
like
go, right?
Yeah, man. I know what you
Raekwon,
I know what you.
I could put on a Raekwon album, let it go. A Ghostface,
Only
I
the
could
purple
let it.
tape for me.
I could, I see,
Only
see,
the
I
Purple
got
Tape.
a
But
different.
for
Purple Tape,
Ghostface, I can put on like the Pretty Tony album. I could put on.
You know what I'm
Fish
saying?
Scale. I could, like, listen,
Genius, Jizza.
Somewhat biased though.
listen,
I
I
could
could
put
put
it-
on
yeah, I know,
Supreme
I know.
Clientele.
Right,
Biased, like,
right,
I could
but
put
like
on some-
Genius,
forever.
But there's some that I can leave where they at though. Like
Yeah,
there's
I can
some
dig that,
leave.
but-
Big
But-
Doe Rehab. I ain't got to put that on.
I know,
But,
but you somewhat biased though. That's all I'm
but
just
yeah,
saying.
with Nas, you
I
know,
mean,
and
I'm
it
a lot
wasn't
biased.
until
There
I
ain't too
got
many
to
Drake
it.
albums that I'm not going to put on.
True, and that's Drake though.
Yeah, I can't get to a Drake album.
I know you can't.
You
You can't even
can't.
get through a Drake concert.
I've tried so hard,
Yeah.
man. I just can't get through a Drake album. And I think the dude is super talented. Again,
Kind of like in that Nas realm.
no,
No.
I just not a huge fan of the rapper singer.
Blasphemy again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay.
And I think lyrically, when he's rhyming, he's sick with it.
Incredible.
Incredible, right?
Incredible the way he played with
Um,
the words and everything.
but-
yeah.
Sometimes it gets too pretty for me. And I'm like, okay, he's doing this for the ladies. He's not doing this for me. And I
Definitely.
respect
He's
that.
way too polite.
Right,
sometimes.
right. I
Like, he
respect
just-
that.
They
The
call-
Canadian
they-
thing comes out.
They call
Right.
him the gentleman of misogyny.
Absolutely.
Dig it.
Future
And I
is
get
like
it.
the king of misogyny. He's the gentleman
Yeah,
And so I-
of
absolutely.
misogyny.
So I understand like every album ain't
Canadians
for
are
me,
all
even
polite.
though I may like the
Exactly.
artist, they don't make everything for me, right? I felt like Nas was making every album for me, and a couple of them just missed
Just
the
missed
mark.
the mark. I feel like this one was the first one that I put on, first album I put in a long time, and I could let rock. At least that first time, because you know sometimes I'd be like, but
Yeah.
I actually the first time I was at work, so I was listening to it.
But did you just let it
multitasking.
rock because you were like, "This is a Nas album. I got to give
No,
every
I'm
song
not,
a shot"?
Nas is not that.
Or
Nas is not that artist that I do that for. That I gotta give
Okay.
every song a shot. I let it rock because the way it was set up. I like the way it was set up as far as production. Like I was catching some of the samples, like Fever, the opening track, kind of set the mood. And then by the time you get the superhero status, that's the third song. You got like this Eddie Kendricks.
So you going in from a different
sample. That's the thing.
I'm just going in as
here's
just
the thing.
I only listened. I didn't
I'm
sit with
not
it. I didn't sit with it
analyzing
yet.
the beats.
And I don't
movement.
mean
I
to.
need all
I
that
don't
shit to
mean
just come
to.
together.
I don't
And
mean
I just
to, but
need it
whenever
all
I
be
listen
right.
to
I'm
it,
not going in there to pick
Yeah,
pieces out, but I
don't
like that
mean
and I
to,
like
but
that. And I
whenever
like.
I hear
I
any
need
music,
that
it's
whole
That's why
joint
first.
to come
I need that
together
shit to rock and
rock.
grab me right there.
And that's
Right.
what I'm
To grab
saying.
me
Like
right there.
musically, it rocks for me. Now I gotta go back and listen to the lyrics. Cause I like the way he tells stories. He got a lot
Same.
He got a lot of shit where he, talking experiences and slow that shit down with love type songs. And I'm just like, I ain't beefing that right
See,
now.
her ear went at it in a different
In
way
a
than
way
we
different
went at
way.
it. Yeah, like,
In
you know
a
what I'm
way
saying?
You know,
So
but
it ain't.
after I let it play, I forget, maybe mentioned something from the Life is Good album or something like that. And I don't know why, but after I let that album play, this is when it hit me. I was
Life
like,
is
let
Good
me
is
go
one
back
I love Life
and
is
let
Good.
Life is Good play. Or like I went and grabbed one song. I can't remember which song it was, but it was on the Life is Good album. And then I just let that album play. I'm like, okay. So I do like a full Nas album. It's just,
You just have to
he's
revisit
got a
it.
couple of them that I just can't.
They just don't get you right away.
No, man. And it started with, what was this one? I Am, or what was the one with the Nefertiti looking colors on the front? I Am, right?
I am.
He
Oh,
got
yeah.
hits
That's
on
the one
that,
has
but that
Shorty,
started.
That
That is my
started it.
least
That
favorite.
actually
But it
Nas
started
song.
with
Listen,
that album.
That's my least
Right.
favorite Nas
It
song.
started with that album where I
don't
was
like
like,
that
yo,
song.
I can't get
Hip-hop
into every
Confession.
That's
song on
even
this
the one
album.
with they got Puff on that album. Too,
Yeah,
right?
he's
That's the
got
one with
hits
Puff
on
That
it.
was my
He,
shit,
he
though.
went he
Right.
went for he went for the bag.
Right,
He went for
but
the
I
bag.
messed with Hate Me Now. There was a few
definitely went
songs
for the
on
bag.
there, but that was the album where it started for me, and I was just like, yo, man, like,
He went to chase
Yeah,
Jay
I don't
on
know,
that joint.
man.
I felt he started chasing Jay on that joint.
I don't know,
From
but
there.
it
He started
hurts me to
chasing the
say it,
money.
man. He's
And,
Queens.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Hometown. I just want to rock and ride with him. Like, I'll still show up to a Nas show. Went to see him at the Wu-Tang, when he performed with Wu. Phenomenal show, right? So I'm not disowning him.
Right.
But, I just realized I don't like everything he puts out, and I think that's okay.
I get it. That's how I feel
Definitely,
about
you did.
Busta. Like,
Same.
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 Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I think he's a phenomenal artist. You just don't like
I'm a
everything he puts out.
performer, I just be like, where the features at? In the singles.
I don't
No,
need the
never,
features. I'm glad there wasn't a lot of features, though.
Oh no, yeah, the only one that Nas had was Lil Wayne.
And that is
And the 50 Cent.
incredible.
It was with 50
And the
Cent
50
on it.
Cent
He
joint.
only
Yeah, I gotta
had
say, he had the joint with
he
50
only
Cent
had
on
one.
it.
50 Cent had a verse, though.
Yeah,
like-
like real quick.
Like
bars.
for
Yeah,
20
yeah.
bars or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
like
yeah,
16,
yeah. I mean, what are you gonna
16?
do, man? It's like,
Quick 16.
like, come on. Do we really think 50's ever gonna drop another full song and a record and an album or something? I think 50's done
only
with
the
hip-hop.
troll. He going,
Yeah, only the troll.
Yeah, drop something
Only the
for-
troll,
for a
right.
movie.
He's not gonna, right.
Yeah, he ain't doing nothing because
Like,
he gave you all
I would
his music.
I'm
love
upset
to
still that I
see-
didn't go to that show.
Yeah, I missed that one. I didn't
I-
even
I-
think about it. But, I don't
If he
think.
tour in Europe, I'm gonna have to check that out. 'Cause
Yeah, I missed that
I
one. You got,
remember
what's her
going-
face is here tonight, right? Janelle Monáe?
Janelle Monáe.
Is that
she
her
here
name?
tonight?
Who's that? Somebody at the Met. Who's
no,
at the Met
no, not
tonight?
Janelle Monáe. The chick that sings "On My Mama," Victoria Monáe. Victoria Monáe.
And you got
They got to
Pink
stop with
I
the
think
same
Pink
name.
here tonight,
I'd have
too.
been at the wrong
I don't know
show.
if it's tonight, but it's definitely soon. Pink is
Pink is here tonight and tomorrow.
Pink is
Okay,
here tonight,
Oh,
too.
Yeah,
okay.
they'd have had
This
me up
thing
in the
about
Met,
to be
and it'd been the
bananas.
wrong show, man. I'd be
No,
like,
man.
oh, so where Janelle at? This other Monet up in this joint.
Tony coming though,
Oh, wow.
I've been thinking about
featuring
that
Raphael Sadiq.
because
Wait a minute. How is it Tony featuring Raphael?
Because there is a Tony
has been
without
touring
Raphael
without
Sadiq.
Raphael Sadiq.
And they
He
got
was touring with a fucking imposter.
Wow.
and they
That
got me.
dress like him and be
Wow.
hyped like him, and it ain't till you
So he
midway
done
through
hit
the
an
show,
MF
you be
Doom
like,
on
Yo,
So he done hit an
Yo.
MF Doom on?
or let them hit an MF Doom on
Yeah,
us.
wow,
Right.
that's crazy.
I went to see him they did the Keswick before COVID. It was them. I forget who opened for them. But I was like, wait a
I
minute,
learned that a
man.
long time ago. I knew not to try to go.
That ain't
look
Tony
for Raphael.
up there.
That's Tony.
It was one of the Tonys.
That's Tony.
And then the
No.
other two cats was just two
Tony.
kids that they picked up and let them come
Wow,
sing.
that's crazy.
He
He's man, we
said
need
one
to
of the
check.
Tonys.
Right.
Come on, man. I need y'all
And
to.
really,
I got
it's
y'all
a
covered.
Raphael Sadiq show featuring
Featuring
Tony.
Tony. That's what it
Because that's
should
what
be.
people are showing up for.
Absolutely. He
Yes.
the one that sings the
Yeah,
songs.
he the headliner.
Y'all backup singers.
You know what? Y'all ain't shit for that.
I like
Y'all
Tony.
ain't
I'm a huge fan, but I'm not
Shit.
going to. I'm not going to see them with
Y'all
or
got
without.
one of the best songs
I mean,
in movies,
maybe.
man. You got
If
that
I-
Boys
if I
Night
score
Out
free-
thing.
I'm not going to see
If
it
I
without.
score a free ticket, I'll go in there and see them.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
That's how I felt.
Somebody,
When I was up in that
somebody is
joint
streaming on
watching that.
YouTube. They're streaming on YouTube. We'll catch it.
You know what I mean?
We'll check
God.
y'all out.
So yeah, man.
You like Harold Melvin without the.
Like
you
Harold
never
Melvin
go
out-
platinum.
Dig it.
He said, "Ain't nobody comes there to see
Dig it.
you,
Oh
Otis."
my God.
So yeah,
You know,
man.
I'm not doing it, not intentionally. Although, and I talked about this last week, I went to go see Zapp. And you
Mhm.
know, Zapp without Roger is kind of like what?
Right.
Although Zapp had a whole career before Roger, when you listen to the songs, you
Right.
think
So that's
about
like
it, you're like, okay, they was
Right.
doing a lot. Roger just brought a different element to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're back on tour, and I was telling everybody how my homie Peanut, who used to be a producer at A Touch of Jazz, his father's one of the original Ohio players, hit me like, yo, I'm going to be playing with Zapp, and this nigga a whole
Oh, you
ass
told
new
me.
member.
Yeah, I
of
heard
Zapp.
you talking about that. But nah, that's like going. Who was I about to mention? There was another group that did the same thing.
A lot of
The
them
New
do it.
Power Generation.
Right.
Without Prince.
Without Prince.
Wow, that's
But they put on a phenomenal show.
I
Now
mean,
I caught somebody was
that's
telling
like-
me about it. I caught them on
That's
NPR
like they
talking
rotate
about
out
it.
the
so.
Temptations.
Did they play the Prince?
They
songs
play
too
the
and all
Prince
that?
songs. You just don't have Prince singing, but they played them.
They playing it.
They're the band.
Right.
And
they're
So
the
you're
band.
not losing anything except for his voice.
His vocals.
Right.
Yeah,
But
his
shit,
vocals.
half the crowd singing the vocals.
They singing
any
along,
goddamn
It's a
way.
sing-along.
You feeling the vibe. Pretty much, you getting that whole vibe.
Right,
and everything.
right.
That energy is there. So
Yeah, so there's a couple of them. So I get it.
Yeah,
You know what I
Temptations
mean?
been doing it forever. Like a lot
Yeah.
of people do it.
what?
Yeah.
Come
A lot
on,
of people do
man.
it.
Everybody do this shit. Hell, man. All of them. All the groups do it.
You know what I mean? And I don't have a problem when it's like a group, a big old group of people, and you switching out band members, but they
Right.
still playing the song. You know what I mean? But when it's like 3 of y'all and 2 of y'all ain't showing up, like you got 2 sidekicks and me,
I got
You
a
know what I'm
question-
saying?
I got
Like-
a question for y'all.
it's not the same, man.
Could rappers get away with that?
I don't
What's
know,
that?
but I'm
Like,
laughing
Could
so hard
rappers
because
like
that's,
if it's a group,
that's
if it's the
how I
locks,
feel
right?
about this
If
show.
it's the
Like
locks,
so, it's
right?
like Jada
So-
and
I'm
then
showing
two
up.
other
Yeah,
cats
so
rhyming.
could the locks
Sheets
get away
full.
with
The
that?
Locks get
Could
away
it
with
get
that?
the locks get away with
You
that?
know
Like
what
if
they would
Jada
do?
come
Let me tell you
and
how-
there's no sheet,
This
there's
is
no
how
he
you-
got
way
two
you
other
would
This
do
is
it.
how they do that in hip hop. They be like the Locks featuring, and then they add somebody else that's hot. That's
Mhm.
cool with them.
Mhm.
Always,
That's
like
what I
they
gotta
do shit
say.
like that. They always do that.
So like yeah. So like if Jada showed up with like Benny the Butcher and
And
you
they
know what
gonna
I mean?
sing the verses?
I'll be all right with that.
All right.
I'll be all right with that.
But what if they
because
just
here's
pull
the
two
difference.
dudes, two
I
dudes
mean,
that
like,
y'all
if it's
know?
just two random
No,
Joes,
just
that's
like the
different.
Temptations.
It'll
Nah,
never
this
be
is
two
different.
random
It ain't,
dudes.
That's
it ain't like
different.
New Edition.
Wu-Tang
man.
been
You-
doing it forever because ODB been dead. So they've
Yeah.
been bringing out his son. They let Capadonna do the verses.
Like so, yeah,
Like,
you
it's
gotta
different
have
stuff like
some
that.
See,
kind
but I
of
mean, they didn't go and recruit a whole new
like
member.
they just
No.
see
That's
you and
what
me.
I'm saying.
Right?
Like,
They just
yeah.
see you and me
They-
to come
they
do
had
it. Like
auditions
yo, I
to
know
do
all the
lines.
ODB lines. Like let me do that, Joe.
That's what I'm saying. Could they
No,
get
but
away
every
with
once in a
that?
while they'll
Yes,
reach
you
out to
don't
somebody
know.
in the audience and be like, "Do you know it? Do you know it?"
Nah, like
You
but
know.
take me out on tour
Yeah.
and let me
No,
just
that's
be
what
When you go to a
ODB.
Freaky
No.
Beverly concert and that dude ain't the drummer right there that's usually on the joint.
That's
like,
okay.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
if Frankie
Like,
Beverly ain't there, you like, wait a minute, man. Like,
Facts.
what the hell is this?
That's
And I see he don't even sing no more. He just show up.
He just show up now.
He just show up. He
The
barely
band
got a
play.
voice.
The
Yeah,
band
band
just
play.
play.
He just barely got a voice.
Everybody
it. Don't
else
matter.
sing.
Everybody's line dancing anyway.
That's
No matter what
true.
they're
but
playing.
it wouldn't
Silky
be the
Soul
same
Singer,
if it's
Before
just,
I Let Go,
yeah.
everybody line dancing.
and even that, right? Because it's Maze. Maze could show up and perform
Yeah.
without Frankie Beverly.
And they have.
And they still
And
sell
they
out.
have.
But these are groups that have established
But
themselves.
rappers can't get away with
You know
certain
what I'm
things,
saying?
man. You can't just randomly have Jada brother fill in and Styles do his verse and Sheik ain't there. You got Sheik nephew and Jada
And
brother.
Jada brother,
and
right?
Styles
So you
the
mean-
only
Or
one
no,
up there.
worse than that,
You like,
you got
come on.
Styles, both Styles nephews.
Yeah,
Like they didn't.
So
really-
Grandmaster Flash
See,
can't
see,
show
so-
up with the
so-
Furious Four?
No, it ain't no way. There's no way.
Not
bruh.
if
There's
not
no
if
way.
Melly Mel ain't there.
There's no way, bro.
Like,
You
like
see,
what you gonna do?
Run could never perform without DMC, man. There's no way you put another
And not that
joke
they
up
could
there
never
to
perform,
perform.
but they
Like
could
I
not
know
be
you
Run
know all the
DMC,
DMC
We can, right,
verses.
I can stand
I
on
go up
stage
there
next
to-
to Run and do every DMC
But
verse
man, it
probably.
won't hit the same. But they can damn sure fill in this ball that was on Lehigh Avenue as a Temptation as David
Hence-
Ruffin fill in.
hence Mobb
and go
Deep will never tour again.
And he can sing because he got a great
We'll
voice.
never have a Mobb Deep tour again, hence that.
See,
No.
That perfect
you
point.
know
No.
what I'm saying? And I'm
It's
quite
done.
sure it's somebody that been around Mobb Deep the whole time that know all the verses and everything. But it just won't hit. Like you can't do
It
it,
ain't
with
the
rappers.
same.
You can't do
Yeah,
it with
it ain't
rappers.
the same, man.
You
Like,
definitely can't do it with rappers.
I don't know. I think you can do it if you're on somebody else's tour, right?
Yeah, another
like
rapper
if you
could do
just
it.
show
Another-
up, like
yeah.
so what's his face is from Mobb Deep. What's his face?
Havoc.
Is he passed away?
No.
Havoc is still here,
Yeah,
right?
Havoc's still
So
here.
Havoc can show up
Yeah.
if he isn't the headliner,
Right.
and he brings somebody else
Right.
All right, yeah,
to
yeah,
do Prodigy's verse.
I got it.
Right?
You're not the headliner.
Right,
you just
right. You just on the bill,
You never
but-
And 9
headline
times
again.
out of
Yeah,
10,
nah.
he's just going to do Prodigy's verse if he shows up at somebody's show.
Right.
Because that's the,
Right.
Yeah, that's
All
yeah.
right. So what else you got? I'm sorry.
I got.
You got
no,
6
no.
minutes.
That was
I
it.
know. I got
We got 6 minutes.
breakups.
Breakups.
Jeezy filed. Young Jeezy in a 6-page
No.
decree filed for divorce.
Jeannie Ma.
Yeah.
Is she the one from the talk show?
Yeah, the little
Yeah,
Asian
we knew
joint.
that shit
The
wasn't gonna
complaint
last. Who else you
states
got?
that they were currently living in a bona fide state of separation, so
Yeah.
we don't know how long they've been
We
separated.
knew it wasn't gonna last.
On his Instagram post that same day, he posted next to his
Damn.
Benz, "I'm too focused on who I'm becoming to focus
See?
on who's not coming with me."
Dig it. Ooh.
The
They had the
divorce.
baby.
The divorce
Wow,
today
but that's something
They
to
just
say
had the
about
baby.
your
It's
wife,
6
B.
pages long and it has
what
12
happened?
points. Every one of them almost he's leaning hard on. He just wants to respect the prenuptial agreement that's in place. They only been together since like 2018,
Yeah.
but they've
Right.
been married for 2 years. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that, but ever since that came out that he filed for divorce, people have been reposting when she was on her own talk show, The Talk, and she had her co-host appalled at the fact that she said that she liked dark meat on the side. That's why she married, and her husband at the time was white, lean and meat, because white meat keeps you lean and mean. She likes dark meat on the side. And she was like, no, I didn't mean it like that. What did you take it as? And everybody was like, what do you mean? What did I take it as? Even the audience was like, bitch, you know what we took it as. We took it as like, you would fuck a nigga on the side, but you ain't really trying to be with a nigga.
You know.
Now you got a co-parent with a
showed
nigga
you.
with your little
She showed
Blasian
you what
baby.
she y'all leaned on it. She went and married
Listen.
one,
She
and
went.
now she got to go back to where she said originally. She told y'all, I like him on the side. Y'all made her feel bad. So she married him.
Y'all my ass.
And then was like, God damn it!
Now
I
listen.
told these people
Yeah.
I only
Listen
like
here,
I only
damn it.
like what now look at me.
I didn't want the full entree, damn it.
We're gonna stop saying y'all because
What
first
y'all
of
doing?
all,
I just wanted this buffalo wings.
I
Man.
don't
didn't
need
want
to
the
mess
fries.
with I don't get in other
Man.
people's
They
business.
like, y'all put
But I
all
watch
this
shit
pressure
like
on
that.
me. You know what I'm saying? Now I
Yeah.
go marry this dude.
That's why I seen it
And
coming
she
because
knew,
I'm like,
she knew it was a bad deal from the gate, probably.
Damn, I thought they had a little
No.
special
Nah, I
thing
thought they was
going
good
on.
together.
I thought
man.
they were
Yeah, I
good
thought they
together.
was good together.
but
man.
he said he said the marriage is irretrievably broken. Usually they be like irreconcilable differences.
Irretrievably,
Can I
like
say-
I
can I
can't.
say what
He
I
said
say?
Like
it's
it's broken
he said
and I can't even go get
irretrievably
it.
broken and with no hope for reconciliation.
Oh, she fucked his homie.
She went
I
and
just
found some
wanna
dog
say
meat
that,
on the
like,
side.
Real talk.
She
hit one
told
of his
him he
homies.
knew that too. He was the dog meat on the
She
side.
hit one of his
She
homies.
went found some
She
dog
slipped
meat on the
up.
Or
side.
he's just finding out she did.
Or
before.
she did something. She hit one of, it was
Like,
one of his
I don't
homies
know.
though. It's definitely one of his homies
It's
because the
hard,
way he
you know
said
what I
that
mean?
was
It's hard to say. I ain't never
Because
been
they
married,
both,
and
but
I'm
they
like, that's
both
a lot
on the
to dissolve
road.
a marriage
Oh,
for.
she
A
had one of
marriage
his
for.
homies.
What do you mean?
Like
I think it's.
I feel like people can get past infidelity in a
I
marriage.
think-
Not your homie. That's why I say it's
I mean,
one
I
of
don't
his,
know. I'm
it's
not that
somebody
person.
close to him. The way he said that,
Right.
I'm a man. I'm telling the way he said it. If he said it like that and he said it's
Yeah.
one, it's somebody
It's
close
somebody
to
he
him.
knew. Yeah,
It's
somebody
somebody that he
close.
knew. Cause
And I
like
mean,
you
who
said,
knows,
you barely
man?
get past infidelity, but
Right.
not with somebody
Right.
you see.
And I might
every
have to
day,
see-
like I gotta see him. And,
like, you fucking
like
with
yeah,
this
I
dude?
can't, and I might still be friends with this
Right.
person after this thing. So yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I don't know,
you
man.
can't-
Look,
I don't
man.
know.
Look,
I
I'm gonna
wish
tell
them
you,
both
man.
the
Marriage
best.
is tough, man.
Hey,
That's
Jeannie,
right,
I'm
Jeezy.
available
Come
if
on
you
back
wanna,
home.
Look,
Come on back home.
Marriage
Come
is
on
a lot of
come
work,
on back
man. And
home.
so
Jeannie,
if
Ma, come
you
to Philly, holla at
if
me.
you on the road constantly and you just got, you know what I mean, access to so
So
much
much.
all the time,
Yeah.
like I can
Access
see
is-
how it can be
access
tough, man,
leads
on
to
both
time
sides.
and opportunity.
Right, from both their lanes, man. Marriage is tough, man. You know what I mean? So what do you want me to do,
Well,
man?
you know who else has been separated for a long time?
Ooh,
Two of my favorites, Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert.
for real?
Yo, so
Get the hell out of here.
it
I
been
seen
going,
that on
it been
TV
going
tomorrow.
around that he was cheating. Some chick posted on her social media a video. You can clear his.
Y'all gotta
his
stop
voice
lying
back.
on these dudes, man. All these cats ain't out here cheating. Y'all just hating.
Right. That's,
I don't
right.
know.
I like
Nigga,
that
shit
Well,
perspective. But y'all dudes
listen.
gotta stop getting put on camera though. Stop being
Listen.
He's not on
stupid
camera. You
out
hear
this
his
joint.
voice and you can kind of see his forehead, but she's wearing his chain, right?
Ooh, that
And
was
she
bad.
listening to SZA snooze, and I'm like, ooh. Like,
You listen to Snooze?
Right.
With his
But-
chain on.
So
Listen.
motherfuckers was going in like, yo, bitches think it's cool. They clout chasing fucking a bitch, somebody husband, blah blah
That's
blah.
what I'm saying.
So Auntie,
I ain't mad at the chicks.
Auntie T stepped out and posted on her Instagram like, y'all ain't gonna be talking about my best friend. At the end of the day, we 10 years together. We are family. We've been separated for a long time though, and I was like, clutch my pearls. Like I kind of figured as such just by the way the post been looking.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I like the way she said, you know, because certain things she said, y'all just wasn't in a group chat. Like y'all just
Nigga,
finding
Yeah,
out.
y'all ain't
Yeah.
know. Like
So
this
this
ain't new to us.
It ain't
Right.
y'all
Right.
business
There's no
anyway.
surprise
Yeah.
here, guys.
So then people started saying, well, maybe
Joke's
it's
on you.
Right.
they were saying maybe it's because they were always in an open marriage because you know it's widely known that she had threesomes with him. Maybe that was too much. I'm like, maybe people just need to mind their business.
That's
Like-
true too.
I agree
That's
with
true,
that. Like
too.
I'm like, look, man.
Like,
let's
they're-
do
good
they're
for them.
32.
I don't know why.
I know she's 32, so you've been with somebody since you were 22. Me, as a 48-year-old woman, I know that what I was doing at 22 with whoever I was with would not do it for me right now at 48. So I get it. I get it. That's why they're probably separated and not getting divorced. Like I'm an advocate of finding out who you are and coming back together if that's what's meant for you.
Yeah. If the two people can handle that, that's true.
Listen.
That's good.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Y'all can break up all you want. I don't give a shit.
More power to all
I
of
don't
y'all.
think it need to be news. I
Yeah.
don't think we need to be talking
That's
about
y'all
it.
goddamn business.
And on
I
that
don't give a
note,
That's your
we'll
business.
see y'all next
week.
week.
5 to 6. Holla.
Over a drink.
Over a drink.
That's what it is.
Maybe
We
I
out.
get around to the Drake and Sister song.
Yeah, another time.
When you
Next
put
time
some
when Mike in
Scorpios
here, like,
together.
Oh,
we
yeah, I
in here
gotta
with
do
that
it. I
joint.
do
That
it.
joint crazy.
No, I meant to ask
No,
you.
we
I'm
was
gonna
gonna
ask
talk
you,
about
ask you
that
about it off air.
What's that? Drake and SZA?
I know I'm gonna ask you about
You
that.
ain't hear that joint?
Nah.
You ain't hear
He
Slime You
can't.
Out?
He ain't gonna like that joint anyway.
Oh, I know he's not.
He's definitely not gonna like.
I know he's not.
he ain't gonna like that joint.
probably
And Drake start off singing like a motherfucker.
And I'm
Anyway,
okay with like he's like,
what's
I
tomorrow?
got my
Tuesday.
eyes
Tomorrow
on
we
you.
got
Like I'm good
It
with that.
definitely.
I
he
just
singing.
can't do
Billionaire
that for
Radio
5
at
songs.
1 to
He
2 and
definitely-
Philly
he
Service
definitely going hard.
announcement PSA 5 to 6 and Uncut Raw Podcast 7 to 8. Tomorrow, Tuesday, www.glockaware.com.
Oh, we
I
was still
see
on
y'all.
talking
still
about
on?
this shit.
I'm
Hey,
well,
listen.
look, man, hey,
My
everybody
bad.
go.
We started talking about other shit. My bad.
Okay.